like society has took a turn for the worse. Especially these brothers, man, that's clout chasers. I don't know what the fully definition of a clout chaser is. I think I'm gonna have to look that up, man. But I think it's some type of drug, some type of thing like dudes be on meth, weed, pills, or what it may be. They chase a particular type of high. Somebody sent me a clip, man, with LUCE Cannon talking about he finna come home in the next week. He got in a fight in the feds and all that type of things to that nature. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, this dude is just like his father, man. Man, that dude lies so much. It's unbelievable. His father used to do the same things. I'm from that era with the 80s and the 90s and things of that nature. His father came on the set, in the section, as a confidential informant. And the brothers around there, they didn't know it. There's a situation that happened on 10th Avenue one day. It was me. I was out there. F-Bone was out there. I think my little brother was out there. He was down the street somewhere. And Big U, Slim, Petey Wack, and Nutty pulled up. So you have to take in mind that I told the Nutty, Petey Wack, and Big U the night before that this dude, Nutty, was from Antis Park. And the reason why I know he was from Antis Park, because I grew up in Carson, California, and I went to Benny High School, and he was at Benny High School with me. He was like 2 years older than me. He was Benny High School. He was always flamed up, red up, had a car, and all that type of stuff, man. But he was claiming Antis Park. He was always hanging out with the Bloods up there at Benny High School. And not to mention that he used to try to get with my sister. He used to be always trying to come over, come to the door, just pop up and all that old type of weird shit. But he never had no action. But anyway, I told Petey Wack, Big U, and Big U that this dude, Nutty, was a Blood. So they all pulled up on 10th Avenue that day, man, and they all pushed up over there where I was at. So you got to know at that particular time, man, I'm 18, 19. Man, I'm always G'd up. I always got a pistol on me. I'm sick so crazy, man. I didn't give a fuck about nothing at that particular time. And this dude, they pushed up, and Petey Wack gonna say, here go this nigga right here. He the one said that you used to be a Blood and all that. And I was like, yeah. And, I didn't hold my tongue. I didn't bite my tongue. And he was like, man, I ain't from Antis Park. This is what Nutty was saying. I ain't from Antis Park. I used to be from Hoover. I was like, huh? And then I was like, man, it gave me more energy for this dude not to come around there, bro. But these dudes accepted this dude. So, one thing led to another. And this dude, Petey Wack, tried to fire on me and all type of shit behind this dude. Right? So when I tried to get off on Petey Wack, Slim grabbed me. Was like, man, y'all tripping, cuz. Y'all tripping. So long story short, they left. Right? And they came back. But Nutty didn't come back with him. So they came back, Big U, Slim, and Petey Wack. So I'm telling Slim, man, because Slim was the brother, man, for sure. If you talk about a dude off Arlington on the lower side over there by Jack in the Box, Slim was the man. Not Big U, not nobody else. Slim was the one, bro. So I'm telling Slim, I'm like, look, look, homie, this dude is X, Y, and Z, man. So Slim was like, all right. So, but I found out that the only reason they was really liking this dude because he was going to karate classes with them, with Slim and Big U. He messed around and balled Petey Wack some Dayton's. He balled Sleep Rock some stuff, I believe. So I'm not for sure. But these dudes, he was paying. He was paying his way because he was having a little bread over there. Like any other dude that's basically want to come into something, when you got bread, when you have that bag, You can't compete with that bag, man. Even back then in the 80s and the 90s, because homies would turn on you at that particular time. So shortly after that, I think like a month later, I went to jail. So when I went to jail, this is where, the situation happened with the Ross murder and things of that nature. And this dude Nutty told, bro, from the gate. But you got to keep in mind, he never said nothing about my little brother. He told on other individuals. And that's all going to come out soon, pretty soon as well. Me and my little brother, we're going to lay that down for you. He told on other individuals. So what these individuals did when he told on them, they got wind of it. They went and kidnapped this dude Nutty. They kidnapped this dude, told this dude that they was going to kill his mama. They was going to kill his wife. They was going to kill them two twins, LUCE Cannon and his brother, if he didn't stop saying that these certain individuals are part of that demonstration, right? So what Nutty did was, Nutty replaced my brother with another individual. So when he replaced my brother with this other individual, you're going to see, basically like in another few weeks, you're going to see why that these dudes never ever try to help my little brother, little Eddie boy, get out the penitentiary, because they have best interest in what was going on. They never want that case to be open. And also, you guys have to take in account that why did LUCE Cannon was riding with Big U? Why was that? Because Big U owed his life to his father. But that's a different type of story, man. But either way it goes, man, like I said, man, this dude is just like his father, man. His father was a paid informant. He always was a paid informant. He came over there telling. His handler was Deputy Moreno. And if you guys don't know who Deputy Moreno is, go back and watch Uncover Hip Hop with Big U, the series with Big U, and you'll see that who his Deputy Moreno is. Right? You go back and watch that. That's who Deputy Moreno. That was Nutty's handler. So I'm telling you guys, man, this stuff is so deep that you can't even fathom what's really going on in the surface. So everybody be talking about why you just now, I've been said something. I said something about Nutty 30 years ago. I said something about Big U 30 something years ago. I said something about anything that was going to the left. I said something about it. And what they did do to some of the brothers in the section, not all of them, but some of the brothers in the section, they ignored that. They ignored everything that was in front of them, brother. All for that bag, man. Or they were scared. So, like I said, when I speak on education purposes only. And I try to get the brothers and sisters to understand, man, that gang culture, either this was going to happen. You can be in that gang culture. You can be a reputable individual. You can have street cred. But what do the street cred get you? The street cred ain't going to get you no retirement plan. It's not going to get you no 401k. It's not going to get you to the point where you can elevate to a whole different level, that you can rub shoulders and elbows with different other people. It's not going to get you to the point where you can be very, very successful on a high level. So, or it's going to get you in the penitentiary like it did me, and you're going to waste multiple years out your life, or it's going to have you in a cemetery somewhere. So this is why I always advocate towards, it's nothing wrong, man, with doing something other than trying to be hard, or trying to be hood, or try to be a gangster, or try to be whoever you want to be, something other than that. That particular environment, brother, it will destroy you. It will destroy you. And then another thing that I wanted to bring to attention is that the stuff that happens on the internet, that stuff don't happen in real life, bro, out there in them neighborhoods, man. You probably got like a 0.1% of gang members on this internet sitting out here going crazy, talking about certain things to that nature. But hey, man, you got real dudes over there, man. The real dudes, they not gonna sit there and talk about no open cases. The real dudes is not gonna talk about the stuff that they have done inside the section or outside the section. The real members, they not gonna do no shit like that. They never gonna do nothing like that. And if you underestimate, especially you dudes, just because a lot of stuff is going on with over there in the 60s, over there in that section, bro. And if you underestimate them brothers over there, man, you up for a rude awakening, man. Because you got a lot of dudes over there with the business, man. And that's just not from the 60s. That's in any hood, from the Bloods, the Crips, or whatever. The Southsiders, the Northerns. You got dudes that's with the business. So you can never underestimate and put everybody in the same crowd or in the same bucket or in the same barrel. You can't do that. So I'm saying this for people that don't sit over there and be a part of something that you can't handle. Because everybody got snitches inside their section, bro. Everybody. Everybody, man. It's just not on the internet. But it's a trend that's trending now. And pay attention to this. More and more people gonna start coming to the internet, bro. Telling their stories or telling this and telling that. And they're gonna be telling real life stories, bro. And when they be telling real life stories, they gonna mention something that's not, they're gonna mention something that's an open case, and they're gonna mess around and take down their whole fraction behind that. And another thing I want to speak on, man, is the big U Rico. If you look at the big U Rico, bro, I'm gonna say everybody in that Rico wasn't no solid dudes from that section over there, bro. Maybe Comrade, and that's it. Everybody else, hey man, nobody reputable brother was rocking with that brother, man, that's in that Rico, man. And that's what happened to the brother. From my perspective, he didn't have no solid dudes with him, rocking with him on his side. He didn't have no check and balance. He didn't have nobody like when we was growing up, we was all checking each other. Brother, when we was all together in our era, bro, if you did something wrong, we didn't care who you was, bro. You was getting checked, man. And another thing, bro, everybody be talking about leader. Man, that dude ain't never been the leader of the 60s, bro. Ain't no leader from the 60s over there, bro. You got dudes with reputation, dudes gonna respect other individuals on a high different level. But just one leader, nah, it'll never work, brother. It'll have been chaos, confusion over there, bro. You got dudes in different cliques and different crews and stuff like that. He maybe had influence with his crew. But the whole section over there, nah, bro. He wasn't no leader of that. So I'm saying, brother, this is what everybody need to understand, man. Because I know this internet, man. I be sitting back and dudes be sending me stuff, and I be like, man, do everybody have a third grade education? Or can people think in critical terms? Because it's like people cannot think past it, or think past cuz, or think past blood. Say, bro, educate yourself, man. Sit back and pay attention to what's going on, man. Everything on the internet is not factual, bro. You have certain things that's factual, but 80% of that stuff on the internet, that stuff, especially dealing with that urban gang culture, that stuff be a whole bunch of lies, bro. And on that note, you people have a good day. Assalamu alaikum. Wa rahmatullah.